Good morning. I'm tired still. Hi. I'm waking up, guys. I get my braces today. Is Ghost here? Hi, Ghost. Shout out to Ghost. Give it up for Ghost. How you doing, Ghost? Hi. Hi, good morning. How you doing? Good. I'm glad you're good. I'm hurting. I'm hurting. I'm gonna take my medicine real quick. I had it right next to me because I am hurting. Lord. I'm regretting those injections, let me just tell you. You guys, I had injections in my coccyx and my greater trochanter on my hip. And normally when I get them, I'm down for a week. So that's what I'm expecting. But then I have like a better month. So it's like, is it worth it? I don't know. Because I'm miserable for a week to have a better month. I don't like being miserable. I don't like being in more pain because I'm already in so much pain. I don't think it's worth it to be in this much pain anymore. I'm kind of used to the pain I'm already in. You know what I mean? Like, I'm used to the suffering I go through every day. I'm not used to more. I haven't had injections in a while because of this. I don't like the downtime. I don't like that I can't get out of bed. Like, I have to lay in bed for a week. And be called lazy by the internet. Then they like, when I finally get up, they're like, "You're not disabled, you're faking it." It's like, you didn't just see me in bed for a week. Oh my god. You didn't see me suffering and miserable and in so much pain. Ooh, I dropped one. I'll have to find you later, little buddy. I can't go all the way down there. So yesterday we had a good day on contributions. That was really nice. We have a new whiteboard, and the top donator for the month, the top contributor, is gonna get lots of perks from me. That sounds bad. I'm gonna send them a personal thank you in their DM. I'm gonna send them photos to wherever they want, signed, printed photos, and they're gonna get shout outs for a month, and their name will be on the whiteboard for a month at the top of the whiteboard, so that everybody sees their name for a month. It's just a little something extra to give to those who are giving to me. I do my best to give to you guys. I do the cosplays for you guys and things like that. Thank you, Ghost. But I can't do those cosplays without the donations, you know? So the donations really help the channel. And so does every view, so does every subscribe, so does every comment, even the haters' comments. It's fine. You guys are helping my channel grow, so thank you. Let me just show you a little something. So yesterday we had these donations, and we had these on the other side too. So let's give it up for these people. Dr. Egg, Cruz, Brian Q, Matthew, DPR, Akagami, Tamara, Chosen Soul, Johnny Jolly. Johnny Jolly will stay on the board today because Johnny Jolly was the top contributor. Daredemon kept donating. All rounders. So did Johnny Jolly kept donating, and it added up. Jamin and JT. Boop, boop, boop. And see, Shredder was on the board from the day before. So I'm going to start writing these down in a little book so that I know who gave the most for the month, because it'll be hard to keep track. They might be the top donator today, but maybe they won't donate again for the month. Or maybe they'll donate again. Who knows? So I have to write it down in order to know who did the most, so that way I can give them the little perks that I mentioned. It's a stream, dude. It's a stream. I'm just waking up. It's a sleep stream. Some people like it, some people hate it. Either way, it helps my channel. Yeah, I was sleeping. Uh-huh. It's a sleep stream. That's what a sleep stream is. If you guys want to know why I sleep on the live stream, I filmed a little video explaining it. There's actually a pretty valid reason, but I'm willing to explain a little bit right now. Normally I just send people to the video, but when I first started it, it's because I had first started going live and I loved it. And then I remembered I was going live a lot, like all day long. I was living everything, live streaming everything. And then I remembered I heard a girl was on live stream for 3 years straight without turning off her camera. 3 years. And I was like, then she must be sleeping on camera, right? I don't know. I don't know if she left it at her desk. I don't know if she went back, took the camera to sleep. I have no idea. But I was like, well, let me try it. And I felt so weird. So weird, so weird. So I put the stuffed animal between me and the camera just for a little, like, buffer to have a little privacy between me and the camera. And holding on to the stuffed animal and, like, putting my phone down, I slept really well. So, and then I had amazing views and the largest jump of subscribers I've ever had. Yeah, at that point. And it continues to be my most popular stream. And it turned into something a little less weird because I started putting the light. I started putting binary beats, which I forgot last night. I didn't put the binary beats last night, but I put music that is actually scientifically proven to heal you. Like either calm people down who have anxiety. There's ADHD medicine music. There's music for motivation, and these are called binary beats, you guys. They have a certain hertz frequency for your brain. So people were telling me, like, I feel better for some reason when I watch your sleep stream. I feel calm. Like, if people are awake and can't go back to sleep, they turn on the sleep stream and for some reason they can sleep. They could go back to sleep. Or if somebody's feeling anxious, they put on the sleep stream and it makes them feel calm. So, but there's a reason for that. And it's not just the music, it's somebody laying still. It perfectly still. It like adds to the binary beat. It's stillness. Complete stillness, because I'm not flipping and flopping in my sleep. Like, I hardly move. The only thing that flops is like my head a little bit, if that's how I change position. But my body, I stay flat on my back the entire time, and I hardly move at all. Just my head a little bit. Sometimes I'll turn this way, or this way, but usually just straight. So they get the visual of the light, somebody peacefully sleeping, and the binary beat. And to them, it's a beautiful, soothing thing. They love it. They put it on to calm them down for the day as they're getting ready or in the middle of the night or whatever. But all of you rage baiters, like that hate it, the rage bait comments, like, I promise I'm not rage baiting, but I get rage bait comments, like, why are you doing this? You're such a loser, blah, blah, blah. But do you know how much you're helping my channel? Because you help my views. I've almost gotten 1 million views before in my sleep. I've gotten 6,000 subs before in my sleep. because you guys help my algorithm. You guys are helping my channel almost more than the people that like it, because I think there's more people that think it's weird, but there's a lot of people that like it. So I always said I would continue streaming as long as one person says that they love what I'm doing, and I'm getting more than one person say they love it. So I'm gonna keep doing it. They tell me it helps them, so that matters to me. So it turned into a beautiful thing. It started as weird. I wasn't expecting anybody to go, oh, I love it. It makes me feel calm. I was not expecting that at all. But that's what it's turned into. It's turned into a beautiful thing. And that's the long answer and why I send people to the video. And because as soon as I answer that, someone else is going to come in and go, why are you sleeping on live stream? Why are you sleeping on live stream? Why were you sleeping on your last live? I get asked it all day long. People are really, they're mad at me about it. What are you doing? Even though I'm not hurting anyone. They don't have a problem with people sucking on things for ASMR. They don't have a problem with that, but they have a problem with me sleeping, so so whatever. Okay. We each have our little thing, okay? And mine is sleeping. Thank you, West Mills. My favorite color is emerald green and gray. Good news only, guys. Jack D? I am from Vegas. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Cosmina. I'm sorry, I can't read just yet. My eyes are still adjusting. Thank you, honey. I could read the chat easier than I could read the names because it's like a larger print, just barely. Gabe Slayer? Gabe Slayer. Oh, thank you. Red is my least favorite color. I used to use the H word for it. Like, I hate red. I can't stand red. I don't like it. I don't want it in my home. I don't want it near me. I thought it was a very aggressive color. I used to be very, I didn't like cuss words at all. I never cussed. And then since I got on the internet, I've been cussing. You know, if you hang around negativity, you become negativity, right? And I invited negativity into my home for the positive. But I have started cussing at the trolls here and there. And I'm wearing red. But I still don't like it. I still don't like red. It's to me, it's like a jarring color. I used to be so in my like meditated, very calm, serene bubble. I didn't listen to things that made you agitated, and watch things that made me agitated, or wear things that made me agitated. Red is an agitating color. They say it's for power and things like that, but I'm not looking for power. I just want peace. So I wore things like white a lot, gray, which gray is my other favorite color. And black. Because darkness is not agitating. Soothing. I'm not going to go back to sleep. I'm awake now. I have to get my braces in a few hours. Oh, God, I'm hurting. Ugh. Ugh. I'm going to have to sit there in a chair while my tailbone is killing me. But I found my cushion. My daughter accidentally took it out of the car when we were packing to go to California. Big mistake. You don't ever take mom's cushion out of the car. Never. Never, never. I have a special cushion for my tailbone. And it allows my tailbone to not have as much pressure when I sit. I use it on long drives. I use it when I'm sitting anywhere. I even have one in my room. Like when I sit, I have to have a cushion like that. My bed is soft, but even my soft bed hurts me to sit. Like I can't sit. And if I'm in a normal hard chair, forget it. Forget it. I'd rather stand for hours than sit for 20 minutes. I'm not kidding. I would stand all day versus sit for 20 minutes. If I had a choice. But a lot of things I do, I have to sit. I should get a standing desk. I should get a standing desk with an ergonomic chair that puts some of your weight on your knees. But I have bad joints all over, so I'm sure then my knees would flare up. It's just because I'm sitting on that joint, the tailbone joint, that it never heals. Plus it's 60% facing the wrong way. That doesn't help. I've broken it 3 times. I broke it in a restaurant slipping on water. I broke it doing a roller derby. And an ex-boyfriend pushed me repeatedly down in the rocks on my tailbone. And then I had a bad RFA surgery. Procedure? Not surgery. A burning of the nerves. That, I will never do that again. That was the worst thing I ever did. And also an assistant injected cortisone. She was supposed to be injecting it into the, right in front of the tailbone. And she injected it, she hit the tailbone. While I was awake. I've had a bad 18 months after that. After the RFA, the burning of the nerves, and that injection. I could not sit. I couldn't sit. Like I've done a lot of procedures and treatments trying to get better, and like so many of them have backfired, but you don't know. You don't know which ones are going to work and which ones aren't. So you try anything when you're in this much pain, you know? I even had a few doctors put their finger up my butt to try to straighten my tailbone. Yank, yank. Oh my God. On an inflamed tailbone. Yanking on it. I went to a chiropractor for that. Because they adjust the spine, but they do internal adjustments on your tailbone. And they release the ligaments, so they push like this with their fingers inside. to like stretch the ligaments in there. Push them away, like a little bit. That one helped, believe it or not, but not the yanking. Oh my God, I'll never do that again. Don't try to adjust my tailbone. It's not going anywhere. It's been like that for years. It did not click back into place. It did not help. It made me worse. But the like pushing of the ligaments, that helped. But I'm not willing to go back for that. No thanks. It didn't help enough, to keep going back for that. Plus, the doctor was weird. I'm awake, Aurora. How are you doing? I'm awake, but I'm yawning. You guys, I get my braces today. God, I'm hurting. I'm really hurting, Aurora. I'm in bad shape. That's what I was talking about to everyone. I'm in really bad shape. Hi, BG. Is it BC? BG. Newman. Hi. Good morning, Jesse. Hi, M-Man. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. But thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I'm glad the stream makes you feel better. Is it calming for you? Does it say Sloan Preppy? Thank you, Big J. Jack, I am disabled. Fully disabled. My first job is my health. I know that might sound cheesy, but I go to the doctors 15 to 20 times a month. I'm constantly trying procedures, treatments, imaging, therapy. Then when I'm at home, I have to rest. I have to do red light therapy. I have to, do certain exercises in the gym. I have to avoid going out. So it's a full-time job. It's a literal full-time job. Like going to the doctors is a part-time job, but what I do at home to avoid more pain and setbacks and flare-ups, I even have to eat a certain way. So it's a full-time job. And then I get $620 for disability. Woo! I'm rich. But thank you to my government for that $620. It helped, especially when I was waiting for it and then I got a back pay. But they owe me more. They owe me the other kind of SSI for 5 years. They keep messing up and they keep saying the worker will fix it. But the worker's the one who messed it up in the first place. I don't want her to fix it. So I'm going to be writing my congressman, which is what my lawyer told me to do. And I'll get my 5 years of back pay, but I won't get any monthly payments from them after that because I'm now making money on YouTube. I now make probably, combined with my other disability check, I don't know. I don't know if I'm at that point yet. I might be right at the limit, but I keep making more every month. So really soon I would no longer qualify for the other SSI monthly. It's the kind that cuts you off if you make too much money. But I'll forever get the $620 because I paid into it. The other one is and I am on food stamps, but I also flip furniture. Before I started doing YouTube, I was flipping furniture. So what I would do is I would find things on OfferUp. I would stay up all night, which is quite the opposite of me sleeping all night, but I would stay up all night and I would look for things that were being given away for free, for $25, you know, things like that. And if I could sell it for at least 100, 150, and get rid of it real quickly and find more free stuff, then that's what I would do. And I had someone to help me get it. And I was selling, at the end, I had 2 storage units full of dressers. Dressers sell the best, and they're the easiest to make pretty. Like, to paint clean, straight, rectangular lines and change the hardware was really easy. I did everything that I sold started with a D. Desks, dining table sets, and dressers. Those sold the best. Anything with fabric is hard to sell. And you don't know what's on it or in it. You don't know if they peed on it, their cats peed on it. I didn't deal with fabric. But I sold the triple Ds. Pretty fitting. I almost changed the name to Triple D Furniture, but I decided not to. So, and then I would take pictures of it with a plant on top of it, then send it to the storage unit. And then, so that if you take pictures of it at the storage unit, it's harder to sell. If you take pictures of it in your home, you could sell it faster and get more money. It looks like a wanted item instead of a no longer wanted item. Something about staging a photo of the dresser in your home makes it worth more. They're like, ooh, I want this in mine too. But if it's in a storage unit, it kind of gives the impression it's an unwanted item. Like, who would want this thing? So it was a little extra work, but it was worth it. And I was selling about 5 dressers a day, 5 to 6 dressers a day, plus my dinette sets and occasional desks. So I was really working hard, and paying my taxes on it. I kept every receipt, and because I was using OfferUp, you could see every single transaction. Like who I sold what to for how much, and I had a list of how much I paid for it. And most of the things I bought were on OfferUp, so I had those receipts as well. If I wouldn't have kept a log, like OfferUp kept the log for me, you know. So, but I was scraping by, and it became exhausting, and I couldn't do it that much anymore. Because my friend that was helping me move ended up in the hospital and almost passed. And now he's like so weak, and he can't lift anymore. So I started getting smaller furniture, but smaller furniture isn't worth as much. You don't get as big a profit, and it's harder to sell. So, I decided to get on YouTube, and now I make money on YouTube, and that it came just at the right time. I wish I would have started earlier, but I didn't, so why wish and waste it? I'll save my wishing for something better that can come true. You can't wish on the past. I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that. That'll never happen. Don't waste your wish. I am sort of good. I'm really hurting, though. I'm suffering. I was in jail. Green Wave fan. I was in jail. Do what? For what, Green Wave fan? What should I be in jail for? Go ahead, tell me. Go ahead, tell the stream. We're waiting. I have a video explaining why I sleep on my live. I actually explained it on this video, so you can rewind it when it's a long explanation, so. Plus, I'm waiting for Mr. Greenwave. Thank you. Colin Blaze, thank you. I think I know who Mr. Greenwave is. I pay my taxes. Didn't you hear me say that? I pay my taxes. I said I keep receipts of it. Yes. That's what I said. I pay my taxes. I kept receipts of every transaction. I can't get a regular job because I'm disabled, but I have a job. I am contributing so that I can pay into my government and not take from my government. So, thank you. Is it Big Boney or Bonnie? Thank you. Shout out to you. Let's put you on the board. Where's my marker? Here it is. We're going to start with a black marker today because I haven't erased the other board. But I'm going to erase this when I get up. Let's put you on the board. And then we're going to do double W's in the chat in a second for Mr. Big. I don't want to say it wrong. For Mr. Big. Now I feel like we're on Sex in the City. Mr. Big. But I will write it down the right way. There you go. Ba-ba-bum. Our first one on the board today. Big Bonnie. I'm like peeking underneath. Hi. I wanted to make sure you guys could see the letters, and then I just realized, oh my god, I'm peeking underneath that thing. Well, you picked her. You picked your ex-wife. What does that say about you? What does that say about you? Have you guys ever heard me talk crap about my ex? No, because I picked them. You're responsible for that. You. It says more about you, how you can end up with somebody like that. Like you married a loser or dated a loser? Okay. What kind of state were you in that you ended up with that? You loved her at some point, right? Oh my god, turn down. One sec. This thing isn't working. It's all the way up. Woo! Look at that hair. Looks like a mullet. And I was like, baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Oh, Mina, we even like foxes. And you still gave me an ew. Why is everyone afraid of little cleavage? They don't mind it on little booby girls. They don't. Little booby girls have their entire cleavage out. They push it up. They want it seen for the world, and everyone's fine with it because it's a little cleavage. But when that same amount of percentage of cleavage is showing on my chest, because it's that percentage, it's like just the little top of my chest, just the little top. But because the top is more breast tissue than they have altogether, it's a problem. You can see enough, Stephen. Ask your mom, is it pink? Most of this is natural. I will be taking the implant out because when I got these, and I don't usually answer this question on live, but I'm in the mood. When I got my implants, I got a very small implant just to fill up, like after you've had a child. Like, they were still sitting nice. They were beautiful. I did not need them. But the doctor talked me into it because I went in to remove my loose skin on my stomach. And he said, you don't have enough loose skin. But let's fill up your chest and no one will care about your stomach. That's what he said. I said, okay. But I still care about my stomach. And then I had a small D. It was because I was a C already. I had a small D. And that sounds bad. Small D cup. And then I was like 105 pounds when I got that. But I naturally can grow my own chest. And the more weight I gain and the older I get, the bigger it gets. My chest. So then I gained 30 pounds. Well, I've lost a few, but I had gained actually more than that at one point. But I weigh 132, so almost 30 pounds. And we're a busty family. We can grow our own chest. So if I took the implant out, I would still have a lot of boobs. A lot. This is mostly mine. They'll still say it's fake when I take them out, but it's not. You'll probably be able to tell more. Maybe not, because they're still going to be big and they're still going to be nice. Please do what? Take them out? I am. Hennessy. Things take time. I already had 2 surgeries in the last year. You can't just have a bunch of surgeries, and I have to get my heart checked because I've been having heart problems. They said I'm having heart failure, possibly. Something's wrong with my heart. So until I figure it out, I can't go on under anesthesia again. But as soon as my heart is cleared, I'm going to get them reduced. But I have so many other surgeries I have to have. I was supposed to have my tailbone removed, but I'm not doing that one anymore. I was gonna do that one. But I talked to my doctor and he said, you will be down for at least a year. You'll be suffering and miserable for at least a year. And I just went through that with my hip. Then I had my nose done. And like right after I had the hip done, I did my nose. Miserable. The nose was fine, but I couldn't breathe through it. It was all collapsed in there. My sister had punched me all the time in my nose when we were younger, and I never touched her. Never. She was just wild. She was a wild child, born on Halloween. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but she came out angry. Biting everyone, punching everyone, stabbing them with forks. Like that. That face, too. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so she punched me in the nose a few times. People think it's because of drugs, but no, I didn't have a habit that long. And by the way, I haven't touched anything in 21 years. Like that. Any street. drugs. But, I did go back to alcohol. And then I quit that too. So now I'm a clean and sober girly. But the point is, I have too many surgeries that I have to get. But this is pretty much at the top of my list. Because I'm thinking, what if the breast implants are contributing to my pain? I don't know if you guys have heard of breast implant illness, but after I got my breast implants, my autoimmune disease went phew. So is it really the autoimmune disease, or is it the breast implant illness? I don't know. I won't know, right? Till I take them out. A lot of women feel better right away, within a couple days. Like, their face changes, they look healthier, they feel healthier, their rashes clear up, their joints feel better. I don't know. But it's worth trying. It's worth trying. I've tried a lot of other things, right? You've heard some of the things that I tried. I get injections into my joints. I've had fingers up my butt to try to help my joints. What? Brooke, rewind. Yeah. To try to set my tailbone into the proper place, I let a chiropractor, 2 separate ones, put their finger up my butt and try to adjust my tailbone into place. I've done a lot to try to get better. So that's why it hurts me when you guys say you're not really disabled, because I know the pain and trauma that I go through and everything I've tried out of desperation. Woo, see, I get emotional talking about it. So I get angry at the trolls that say that. I get hurt. That's where anger comes from, hurt or fear. So I get angry because I'm hurt. Because I know what I went through alone. And with my kids. My kids saw it. But I sat there and watched their taekwondo, even though it hurt me. I put them in, I worked in pain. I was dancing in pain. I was drinking to get through the pain while I was dancing, so I could put food on the table. I was suffering, you guys. Miserable, miserable. And then there was a point where I had partial paralysis. Obviously, I couldn't dance when I had that. So that was low times. But I've done what I had to do. And so some of you that are like, oh my God, you sleep on camera, get a real job. I've been a dancer. This is so much better for me. I'm not having to destroy my body while my body's already destroying itself. I only show a little bit of cleavage instead of the whole chest. It's an upgrade for me. I ran away very young. And when you run away, your life does not become easier. But I ran away from bad things, and at least those things happened to me more on my terms. I was not going to stay home and continue to be every day. least I had breaks in between and good times when I was on my own. My mom is in a Alzheimer home. My dad is dead. I didn't run away from my dad, my real dad. I ran away from my stepdad and my mom. I was kicked out of my dad's house by his crazy wife because I was too scared to do oral communications. I had really bad social anxiety, and I was like crying about going to class, and she pulled me by my hair and said she was going to drag me there. She dragged me from one side of the house to the other. And then my dad came in and she dropped me and she said, either she goes or I go. He said, you have to leave. That or I said, you don't have to choose. Something like that. You know what kind of dancer. I've never talked about this before. I don't usually talk about this. I'm just opening up. People don't like to hear about this. They like to hear about positive things, which is why I usually keep it positive. But no, just telling you guys. Like, one thing led into another as I was talking. Like I was saying, my surgeries, my nose. Then I started talking about my sister. Then I started talking about this. No, there's no plan here. I'm just talking. I have clothes on. If you're afraid of cleavage, you're on the wrong channel, because I got a lot of it. And I'm not afraid to show it. It is 8:01. Thank you, TikTok. I appreciate you. Thank you, Just Preppy. Hi, Josie. Hi, Lulu Mom. Wait. Lululemon. Lululemon. Sorry. You're welcome to your opinion. I tried natural because I'm very much like a hippie. I have a sheet that's a grounding sheet that gives you the current of standing on grass. I have things like this. Careful, what's she pulling out? To set my energy right. Bing. I've got crystals. I've got, trust me, you guys, like I have tried natural. You don't know what I'm suffering with. Sometimes you need medicine. Are you going to tell someone who has heart disease or heart failure not to take their medicine? No. Some people need medicine. Some people don't. Some people don't try the natural way. They just stand in front of their doctor and go, okay, and then take one and take more and take more. That, you don't know what I'm going through, okay? No, it's not more psychological. I've been in psychological care. I've done my homework. I've done psychological care. I've done therapy for years. I went through anger management. I have stayed away from people and stimulating things. I've done the woo. I've done it. Trust me. I have a giant pantry full of herbal teas. turmeric, moringa, hibiscus, you name it, I have it. Every single one of my teas, it's not like Earl Grey. It's not peach and lemon. It's freaking medicine. It's herbal medicine. I have an entire pantry full of it. I've tried natural. I still incorporate natural into my healing plan. It's the most important thing. And I have less flare-ups because of it. So it is helping a lot. Does it help completely? No. Does it help enough for me to have mobility? No. It maybe takes me from a 9 to an 8 or a 7 in pain. But in a 7, you're suffering. I have red light therapy right here. My red light, and this is a red light. This little shower head looking thing next to my plant. That's a red light. Then I have a circulation machine over here. I have so many things. I have cupping at home. Natural cupping. Where it suctions your and brings blood to the area. You guys, everything natural or without medicine, I'm trying and have tried. I do a stretching routine. I did gentle yoga. I have done it. I promise you. Nobody wants me to feel better more than me. Nobody. And I have had nothing but time laying here while I was suffering to look for the answer. And I bought everything. I bought every supplement. I bought everything. If it said, oh, this will make you feel better, I bought it. I have it. I've tried it. You know, I need to get checked for Lyme disease. I have to go to my rheumatologist. I wasn't seeing a rheumatologist here in Vegas. I was seeing one in California, and they just said fibromyalgia. But, you know, fibromyalgia is like widespread body pain. It's just kind of when they can't find a diagnosis, they give you that. And I'm not saying fibromyalgia isn't real. People have widespread body pain and they can't find the reason. But I'm still looking for a reason. I'm not going to give up trying to find the answer because I want to know if there's something that can make me better. Why would I just take that diagnosis and sit with it? I'll never get better. There's no cure for fibromyalgia. What's their answer for that? Have you seen one? I know that nutrition can help everything, but it hasn't helped me enough, right? So clearly I need an answer. I'm not going to give up looking. It's my full-time job to get better. So when you guys say, do you have a job? I don't know if you guys know how much it stings, because I'm a hardworking woman. I love to work. I love to work. I come from a family that's like, if you don't have a job, your job is to get a job. Get up at 5 a.m. or you're sleeping the day away. You know, they would be pretty upset I slept till 7 o'clock. You know, it's like, not if they knew what I was going through, they wouldn't. But, and then I have a different job now. But my job is to kind of sleep. So they would be fine with that. But they are not okay with people that don't work. For example, my grandpa needed a job when he came home from the war. He went to Knudsen. Said, I want to work here, right? They said, we don't have an opening. He came back the next day. I want to work here. We don't have an opening. He kept doing it. We don't have an opening. 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 He shows up the next day. He starts trimming their trees. Without asking. And they're like, okay, this guy is not going to go away. He wants to work here. Like, we're giving him a job. We're finding him a job. He became the head of Knutson. That's the kind of family I come from. So, it's really difficult not to be able to work to my potential. And to lay in bed and suffer is really difficult for me. But I found YouTube. And even though it's not blue collar, even though it's not corporate America, it's paying into America, I'm able to get off of food stamps because of YouTube and pay more into taxes for my country. So I'm getting my daughter off of food stamps, myself off of food stamps, and I won't be taking a large disability check every month, which I'm not getting yet, but they owe it to me. So when they straighten it out, I will no longer be getting that. So I'll be saving the government thousands and then putting into the government. Give me a sec. So when you guys try to make me feel bad about not having a real job, it pays real money. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know at all. This works for me. Even if I was an able-bodied woman, if I want to do YouTube, let me live, dude. You know, some people need to have jobs where it makes them happy. And you guys are on YouTube watching it. Whether you watch me or something else, you can't do that without other creators. Like, you're on it right now, right? YouTube would be nothing without the creators. And I felt like I had a message, and I don't share it a lot because I haven't been making videos. But I got a laptop so that I can start making videos. I didn't even have a laptop. I didn't even own a laptop. I had a cheap little phone, and that's how I started YouTube. A cheap little phone in a crowded room with a broke down body and older than the rest of people on YouTube. Odds stacked against me. But within 1 month, I was monetized. Well, within 1 month, I got enough that I could live stream, enough subscribers. Then I got monetized in 1 month. And every month, it goes up. First, I made a few hundred, like $400. First month. Then it went up and up and up. A lot. That's why I do what I do. So when you say get a real job, I have a real job, dude. You're watching it. You're watching it. Somehow I believe you enjoy YouTube. Whether it's me or someone else, you enjoy YouTube. Let the people that enjoy me enjoy me. I already answered. Thank you, Laura. I already answered. Are they real? You missed it. My IG name is BabblingBrookie IG. Brookie is spelled B-R-O-O-K-I-E. And it's all one word, all lowercase. BabblingBrookie IG. IG is in the name. Because they didn't just have BabblingBrookie. So I added IG, BabblingBrookie's IG type thing, but BabblingBrookie IG. Ugh, I need to fix the top of my hair. Because it's YouTube, honey, like, they wouldn't say these things in the real world. Some would think it. Nobody in my life has ever told me, whoa, you've got crooked teeth. Nobody. Not one person. Never. Not even my husband when he was mad at me. And he told me I'm an ugly crier. He never said anything about my teeth, ever. And he was a jick. I was going to say jerk. It came out jick, so it's probably better. He didn't say anything. But I get on here, and guess what's the first insults I started seeing? You have the teeth of a hammerhead shark. You look like you ate rocks for breakfast. Why don't you pull that one tooth? What, so I could have a gap in there and start getting bone loss? No, I'm getting braces. But they say because it's the internet and I can't see them, they say whatever they're thinking. So the real question is, why do people think like this about other humans? Why are we so mean to each other? Why do we try to take happiness from other people that are happy and thriving? Why? Because they don't have it. They don't have enough of it. So they're trying to take it from someone else who seems confident, secure, happy, and they can't understand why. How could you be happy with those teeth? Get off of YouTube. You're too old. Those people probably want to be on YouTube. The people that say get off, you're too old. The people that say, how could you be happy with those teeth, are probably insecure about their looks. Like, how are you confident? How do you feel pretty with teeth like that? They probably are insecure. They want to know why. How'd you get that? You're not perfect. You don't have to be perfect to be pretty. You could have a big nose and be pretty. I had a big nose. That's the reason why I said that. You could be overweight and be pretty. You could be all the things that people say that you can't be to be pretty. Or like they say, you're really pretty for an old person. You're really pretty for an overweight person. What? Can't I just be pretty? Can't the overweight person just be pretty? Can't the girl with the big nose just be pretty? Does she have to be pretty for a girl with a big nose? Like, but that's the way we think. We're pretty conditioned by society for that. Like, women now have to fix everything to be pretty. Like, yeah, you're an 8, but you could be a 10 if you fixed your teeth. Yeah, you're almost there, but what about your butt? Dang, you're really beautiful, your body's beautiful, but you're flat as a board. You look really good with the chest. Society. Yes, I am really pretty with this big forehead. Thank you, Rihanna. The queen of foreheads. You made me acceptable. I went into the doctor for my nose job. He's like, we could lower your hairline. I was like, I didn't ask to lower my hairline. I'll try bangs, dude. Like, damn. Damn. Leave my hairline alone. Leave me alone, dude. Like, you're already chopping off my nose. I still want to look like myself. I wouldn't lower my hairline like that. I wouldn't chop it and pull it. If anything, I would do a hair transplant. A little subtle hair transplant. But I'm not going to. I'm cool with it. I'm still pretty. Like, do I look pretty right now? No. I've been crying. I'm a mess. I just woke up, but I'm still pretty. I think I'm pretty for a girl that just woke up. I just did it to myself. That's not a society thing. That's just my own thing. I don't think. Have I been conditioned too? No, I'm still pretty. But I don't feel my best right now. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, no, I'm not touching it. I meant if I was to try to lower it, I'd do a hair transplant. I would not do a surgery. I'm not going to do it. But there are other methods than cutting your forehead and like, no. Frankenstein crap. No, thank you. To fit whose standards? Who said so? Where is he? Where is she? Come on. Who said? There's a lot of models with big foreheads. And I'll tell you what, the Kardashians allegedly did laser hair removal. You can look at their pictures on their foreheads because they had shorter foreheads and they made their foreheads larger with laser hair removal. They just kept brr, 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 brr. Kim apparently hated her little baby hairs, and she started doing them and then going back further to give herself a forehead. Chloe did it, apparently, allegedly, if you look at the photos. Like, they clearly didn't shave it because the stubble would grow back. Laser hair removal is very prevalent for a lot of things. Hello from India. I'm 47. You have meds for asthma? I have meds because I have trouble breathing, but it's not asthma. They think it's heart failure. Oh, well, thank you. I'm not a goddess. Thank you, Claude. I'm definitely not insecure. It took me until I was in my 40s to find my confidence and my security. The only reason I fixed my nose, because I was still pretty even with my old nose, was because I couldn't breathe. And I thought, well, if I'm already paying this much money to breathe, then I should just have him fix the aesthetic. Because the last doctor that tried to fix my nose so I could breathe, I didn't ask him to change my nose. But he made my breathing worse, and he made the appearance worse. So, I just wanted to fix it. But I would not have done a nose surgery if I didn't medically need it. I was still pretty. I have pictures. I showed you guys yesterday. I'll show you again. Early this morning. Ba, 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 ba. Early this morning. I went back too far. I mean, well, not really. It was still my nose then, but... Blonde Brookie. these all show up. I'm in Halloween cosplay. Give me a sec. I was so blonde. Well, this was me when I was a little younger, but that's my old nose. I was still pretty. Right? I mean, I got told you're pretty for a girl with a big nose. But I was still pretty. With my thin little eyebrows. More recent. So big nose, yeah, but still pretty. I would not have fixed my nose because I still felt pretty. But I couldn't breathe. So I did do my nose. Sometimes I'm like, at first I missed the old nose. I did. Because I didn't think I looked like myself anymore. I just have to get used to the new. But yeah, I felt pretty. Without makeup, it was a little more rough. My side profile and some pictures, like this picture, you could really see the nose. That's a big nose. Better. I probably would look more like myself if I went more blonde. Like, I darkened my hair at the same time. So, if I was blonde again, I would probably look a lot more like my old self. Like, all my picture, I was blonde. You saw how blonde I was in that first picture. Super blonde. I thought I had to be because of my big nose to like soften the, like if I had dark hair and a big nose, then I look like a witch. I thought it made my features more harsh. So I refused to go dark. I tried it one time when I was drunk, and I went right back to blonde. I'm getting my nails redone, so I don't want to show them right now. See how outgrown they are? Oh my gosh. I was supposed to do them while I was down in California for the viewing. But the colors that I'm going to do wouldn't have been funeral appropriate. Yes, everyone's their own worst critic. But like I said, Jack, I was still pretty. I knew I had a big nose, but I knew I was pretty. I knew. Like, it took me till I was in my 40s to know. Like, I felt pretty sometimes when I was younger. I'd look in the mirror and I'm like, but I would see my nose. But I still thought I was pretty. I would try to look at my eyes, my smile, the overall shape of my face, you know, and then I'd hone into the nose. But when I got older, I was like, and what? Like, I gained weight, finally, for the first time in my life. I had always been skinny. Way too skinny. And, I finally gained weight, and I'm like, oh, I found my confidence when I gained weight, of all things. For a girl with an ED, that's weird. That's weird. Here's my, oh, that's not even me skinny. I'm going to show you guys. Trigger warning. If you are any triggered by weight loss and things like that, this is your warning. Okay, here's when I was pretty healthy, but still thin. This is healthy. This is like 120. This was my healthiest before. 120. I'm now 132. This was when I still I had a little meat on me. Blonde. Okay. That's 120. I was like, oh my God, I've gained weight. But it was muscle weight, so I felt good. And by the way, this was the size of my chest when I got my implants. Like, perfect. Perfect. But I was 105 pounds. Like, that's a great size. And then I gained weight. Then I went to 132. I didn't go in there asking for gigantic big old boobies. I just wanted a decent, respectable size. The doctor even asked, do you want to go bigger? Patients always regret that they didn't go bigger. And I'm like, no. Okay, these are pics of me healthy. Healthier. Like 118. I think all the other ones are on Facebook. Early this morning. I think I know where they're at. Ba, 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 ba. Well, I'll find them at some point. Oh, Facebook. Healthy here too. Here's my grandpa that was the head of Knudsen. I don't know if you could tell, but he's half Native American. That's where I get my Native American from. Yeah, I'm just opening up today. This is when I first darkened my hair. I want to go back to it. Like, that's stunning. It's time to, I might go back to the stylist, or I'll just do it myself. It's time to go darker. But I like lighter. I've been lighter so long, but I like both. I think now I could pull off both now that I've changed my nose. I'm doing that thing that society does. Early this morning. These are my before and afters of my skin, and this was a while ago, so my skin is better than now. Look at the eyelid, guys. That changed my face shape. It opened up my eyes again. It gave me, I had mascara here. I had eyeliner here. I had eyeshadow here. You couldn't see it because it was under the skin. Look at that. Look at that. '30s. This was in my 30s. This is in my 40s. 46, I was here. Skincare. Skincare. I need to take a new one. No, thank you. I'm disabled. I can't jump. And that's the truth. I'm disabled. I can't jump. I really want to show you guys this. I hope you're liking the pictures. Well, it's a live stream, dude. I'm doing a little Brook story time because I don't normally open up like this. Today I'm in the mood. People ask me questions, so I respond about me. So I'm answering them. I'm telling them. But this time I'm going into thorough answers instead of just surface answers. Instead of, yeah, I have a dog. Well, I fostered a dog, but then he went back home to his other dog, but he's still my dog, you know? And that's my dog. But he lives with his mom now. I'm his other mom. The other mother. Okay, here I am. Very, very skinny. Trigger warning. This is the reason I covered this one. This is what my stomach looks like with loose skin, okay? And this is when I use the wraps, like a certain cream to tighten it. This was like the next day. From this to this, the next day. This is not fat, this is loose skin. That's what I meant by I wanted to go get my skin removed. And my doctor said, you don't have enough skin. He saw me like this, and he said, you don't have enough skin. Just fill up your boobs. This is when I would sit down. This is what it would look like when I would sit down, even that skinny. And people thought I had a chubby belly. This is the loose skin. Then I took it off, the wrap, and it looked like that the first like 5 minutes. And then it looked like that. That is not me holding it in. I could not hold in my loose skin. That was my very first wrap result. You can see the same underwear, same top. Well, I had a shirt on right here, but same wrap treatment, same day. That's the same day. You can't hide loose skin. So I started selling these wraps. I did that for a business for a while. But the result wears off. This is more like if you're going to go on vacation or you want to put on a certain dress for a certain event. It's not long-time sustainability. But kind of like brushing your teeth. You got to brush your teeth every day, right? But these are like, they were $60 for 4. That would last me a month. That's a lot. So I started selling them so I could get mine for free. But yeah, I still have a wrap. I still have these. I still use them. I just use them less often because now I'm more confident. I don't care. So I've got a little loose skin. I'm trying to tighten it with this now. And lasers. And it is working. It is working. Better, like more long term. The wraps and the Get Dreamy both really work, but this is more long term. I don't use it every day either. And it has dramatically tightened my loose skin. So, but I'm still going to keep using it. I'm still going to keep working on it. The reason I don't use it every day is because I'm not insecure anymore. I'm fine with where it's at now. But to keep it there, I should probably keep using it. Hi, Roquette. I don't discuss my religion. Yeah. Yeah, Greenwave. You've been a joy and a treat to have here, Greenwave fan. I'm really fat. I'm not going to stand up for you guys, but I'll show you what I look like now. Ba-be, ba, 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 ba. Oh, I didn't take a new picture since I lost weight. Well, this is before I lost 4 pounds, but 4 pounds isn't a lot. Fat. Oh my God, fat. Healthy. Healthy body fat. Healthy. I don't want to be a stick anymore. I don't want to deprive myself of nutrients. I need those nutrients. And it's okay to not be perfectly thin. It's okay. This is a horrible picture. Holy moly. I don't even want to show the face. That's my body. This is before I lost 4 pounds too. I'm not fat. I don't know if you know what fat is, but when I sit like this and you see like my boobs and my boobs push my arms out, yeah, I probably look really big. I'm not fat. Sorry. Do I have a lot of fat? Yeah. Is it a healthy body fat range? Yeah. That's not fat, dude. I have a little weight I can lose, but I'm not fat. Early this morning. This costume was so crooked. Again, these are all before I lost a little weight. I don't see fat. The old me would have saw fat. I don't see that. I don't know where you're seeing it. Well, I got a couple fat things on me, yeah. Before I lost my weight. That's not fat, dude. Oh, this is a little thick. But in the right places, I had a curve. I have a curve. I know what weight I'm at now, so I'll show you a picture of what I probably look like right now. Oh, and here's another pic of me. With my waist trainer on. Now you can see where the fat is coming from. I have big hips, curvy hips. I've got a large chest. That's not fat. Oh, another pic of me so skinny. Look at my legs here. That's too skinny for me. I don't want to look like this. Is it a nice body? Yes. I don't want it anymore. I don't want this body. Are the legs great? Yeah. Would a lot of people kill for that? Yeah. I've been there, done it. I'm getting close to 50. I don't know if you've ever seen, like, women when they get older. Do old women look good when they're skinny, or do they look sickly? When they're real thin. Do old women look thin, that are real thin, do they look healthy to you? No. We're not supposed to be that thin when we get older. We need our fat reserves. I'm older. I'm not going to try to maintain my high school body for the rest of my life. That's like my high school body. I was actually more thin than that, but like, I'm not going to do that to myself. Heck no, man. I hope some of you are liking me going into depth. Hi, Stella. If you want to know why I sleep on camera, you can watch the video I made for you. It's on my channel. It's a short little video. I'm not trying to be evasive or just send you to my channel, but I've answered it already today in this video. A long answer. So I don't want to keep answering that over and over and over. This is about what I look like now. You guys are about to see underwears and bra. That's not fat. That's 132. That's some weight. I have some weight on me. Thank goodness. I look better, in my opinion. When I look at my pictures back then, I'm like, oh my God. What was I doing to myself? Eating like 1,000 calories a day or less. Good morning, Salvador. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Anthony. Hi, Shrek. Hi, Lexi. Women show that all the time on YouTube. It's meant to be like a progress pic. Like, so anybody that takes their progress pics, weight loss things, they show that. It's no different than a bikini. Okay, well, you shouldn't watch then, Ezra. You didn't have a problem when I showed the other pics with my whole belly showing. It's the same thing. Blackfoot. Indian. No, I'm not showing anymore. I was just showing my progress pics. The same as if I was in a bikini. People wear bikinis on YouTube all the time. And I was doing it for a good reason. For educational purposes. Because someone called me fat, to let you guys know that it is healthy to eat. To stop calling women fat, because women get EDs very easily. That was my intent of it. No, you're not, Ezra. Bye. Hope it goes well, Car and Cat. Thank you, Roger. Okay, Greenwave fan is gone. I don't know why I left him here in the first place when he's like, you should be in jail for not paying your taxes, right after I said I pay my taxes. You should be in jail. You should still be in jail. Are you okay? For what? Why should I be in jail? For not paying your taxes. I just said I pay my taxes. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure. I've got all my tax papers. I remember going to H&R Block. Pretty sure. I remember my tax refunds. Of course you should donate. Hi, Goob. Thank you, Shrek. I'm going to go spend it all in one place. I'm going to get a non-existent handbag. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. Fallon? I can't remember if you were being mean, Shrek. If not, hi. Hi, some dog. Thank you. Aryam? Salma, I would never go to you, your page, your channel, your pictures, and say that to you. Never. Never. Even if I thought it, I wouldn't say that to you. We're supposed to stick together as women. Thank you. Thank you. I was just talking about changing it. Just a little. Like it's a little flat on top. It needs a little more dimension. Like the bottom has more highlights in it than the top. The top kind of looks like one color to me. Only on camera. Like I'm not liking it, but it's okay. Thank you, Carlos. Hi, Jaden. What do you mean, CHPS? This is the first time I've seen your comment. Thank you. I didn't see any of your comments. I've been talking and looking at pictures. If I'm doing this, then I can't see your comment. And the only reason I was doing that was to share things with you guys that I've never shared with you. This is like a special live stream. Nobody else has seen those pictures. Nobody, ever. I've never showed them. So, I could just sit here and stare at the camera and try to read every comment, but then you wouldn't have seen those pictures. So, sorry I missed your comment. I missed a lot of comments. My name is Brooke. I have been married. I'm not married. Well, nice, Jaden. Good luck with that. I'm doing okay, B-Dog. How are you? I'm in a lot of pain, but I get my braces today. They're only putting them on the bottom for obvious reasons. I need some chapstick for obvious reasons. I didn't put any on last night. The top are straight. The bottom are not. But it's okay. I don't care that my teeth aren't straight. So you might ask, well then Brooke, why are you getting braces? For the health of my mouth. Mouth health. Literally, I don't pay any money or make any changes to my image unless it's for the health. Like even my skin stuff that I'm doing for my skin, that is for my skin health. Like my skincare creams and stuff like that, that is for the health of my skin. And I'm trying to lift and tighten my neck so that I don't go cut it off. Cut off that. Surgery's a lot harder on you than putting a lotion on. Especially if you have heart trouble. Which I'm not saying I do. I possibly do. We're finding out. I am awake. I've been talking for almost 2 hours. Thank you, I appreciate it. Let me try to say your name. Ikachukwu. Ophia. Ike Chuck Woo. Ikachukwu. I'm so sorry. I'm trying all the different ways so that possibly I get close with one of them. Ikachukwu? Ophia? Which one was closest? Sorry. I really tried. I'm sorry. Let's get on the shake machine. I haven't done it in like 5 days. Because I went to California for 3. And then I came back and I was in agony. So I've been in bed for 2 days. Let's get on the shake machine. Let's do it. I'll have to put a shirt on. I mean, I have a shirt on, but like, I don't know. Maybe I won't have to. Oh. I'm going to put something over though. As I don't want them to take the video down from being monetized. They probably will just for that. For getting that close. Okay. But just in case not. Let's shake, rattle, and roll. Whoa. You can see my belly shaking. Let's cover that belly button up. Thank you. I don't have an OnlyFans. So I'm gonna do 3 sets of these. It's really just enough to activate the muscles. It's not like bodybuilding. I used to do bodybuilding for a little bit, like the bikini kind, the very thin bikini kind. I was cut, I was ripped. But now I'm just doing enough. to start activating those muscles. I feel it in the triceps pretty much. And I feel it when I'm doing this. On the third set, I feel it. Like I start feeling it. Even though it's only 2 pounds, I am feeling the activation in my muscles. I can't do more than this right now for the sake of my neck. I have to get my neck back to where it was. So I had to do physical therapy for my neck. Last ones. And do more. Okay. So the shake machine helps my circulation because I do spend a lot of time down. I have started walking again. I will start walking tomorrow again. I had to take some days off because I had gone to California. I was spending time with my daughter, going to a viewing. Because of the travel down there, I was inflamed, so I just rested. And the travel back made me even more inflamed. So I had injections in my tailbone and my hip. And after cortisone injections, it takes me anywhere from 3 days to 10 days, depending on whether they do one injection or many. When I go under anesthesia, they do like 15 into the joint. Like, I just look like a cheetah right here. Like, I'm like full of little bruises. But yeah, so I just had one in each spot this time, but it's still super painful. They're injecting an inflamed area already, making it more inflamed because of the injection, and then it takes a few days for the cortisone to take hold. So I've been laying down. But this is my first little bit of good circulation. This helps my GI tract, believe it or not. This is very good for movement, if you will. And it also helps burn calories. Standing on this for 10 minutes is the equivalent of riding a bike for 70 minutes. Or intense yoga for 40 minutes. Am I getting the flexibility that I would get doing yoga? No. It's just the same amount of calories burned. I don't get the benefit of the yoga, the stretching. I don't get the cardio that I would get riding a bike. But I can't ride a bike because of my hip. I can't do intense yoga. I can only do gentle yoga. So this helps me burn those extra calories. So does watching what I eat, but not in a super oh my god, I'm certified in fitness and nutrition and that deficit. I was gonna say deprivation, but that's why I got stuck there. But anyways, small deficit, like 100 calories less, but just like less fat, healthier carbs, healthier choices. I recently just cut out candy. I was eating healthy candy, which was made from monk fruit, and vegetables and fruits, and only had 3 grams of sugar in each bag. So like a bag like this of candy, 3 grams of sugar, that's it. And it was cane sugar and monk fruit and fruit juice. Like it was coming from like 1 gram of cane sugar, and then the fruit juice. So it wasn't that bad. But is it good for me? I could, if it's like 150 calories per bag, I could have 150 calories worth of vegetables. Which one's going to give me more nutrients? If I'm only allowing myself so many calories a day, why would I spend 150 of them on a bag of candy? And by the way, bee pollen, if you guys aren't big on veggies, you can have a little bit of bee pollen, which helps allergies, but is the equivalent of a plate of vegetables as far as nutrients go. You could put it in your shake, and if you don't want to eat veggies, or you want to save calories, but you still want the nutrients, you can, to get your vitamins that you would get from a plate of vegetables, you can have a little bit of bee pollen. Well, less than a tablespoon. And it helps, you get local bee pollen, and it makes you immune to the dander and the plants in the area you're going. Which, speaking of, if you're traveling to a new place and you're someone who gets allergies easily, or you've never been there, order local bee pollen from that area ahead of time. Start taking it and make yourself immune to the plants and dander in that area. Then you can go there and you won't be all. Little tip from me. I just explained why I'm shaking. Damn, guys. I'm on a circulation machine. It makes my legs itch. It circulates the blood. It massages your body. It keeps you regular. It burns calories. I'm disabled, so I take the advantages where I can get them. They have these for like $79. You can slide them under your bed. They're very lightweight, and it will burn calories. For people that are like disabled and things like that, this is huge. People that spend a lot of time in bed, you can get them up on this for 10 minutes. If you can get them up on this. Like, if they can get up on themselves, or if you can even hold them up here, like, it helps your balance. So for as you get older, you know, like the thing that a doctor was asked, what can somebody do to extend their life? To avoid a young, like, dying sooner. And the doctor said, avoid falls. If you break your hip, you're down, right? If you're less active, you don't live as long. Avoid falls. That was his answer. How do you avoid falls? Better balance. Done. So now I have basically rode a bike for over 70 minutes as far as burned calories. I've helped my GI. I've helped the circulation in my whole body, because I have been in bed for the last couple days. This is what it looks like, by the way. It has a Bluetooth, so you can hook your music up to it. It's got a pretty decent speaker. And it comes with bands, resistant bands. So you can do a whole workout on it. You can start doing your squats on it while you're shaking, which really helps your balance. There's a lot of exercises that you can do while you're on it, if you're able-bodied. If you're not able-bodied, don't attempt that. Talk to your doctor first, know your limitations, and Only do things that aren't going to hurt you. But that's like one of the safest things you can do, and most beneficial things you can do is that shake machine right there. Especially for people who are sedentary. I pulled my shorts up over my belly button just to make it more appropriate. Yeah, they were hiked up a little bit. But they're baggy. I didn't get a... It was fine. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to get in the bath. And then we'll do some makeup. Bonita, what are you saying? My nails need to be changed, you guys. They are so grown out. They are so rounded. They used to be pointy and sharp. They were so sharp I was hurting myself. I would accidentally like, ah! It's like, ouch. But yeah, now they're not so sharp. Like this one's more sharp, but in comparison, see that? They lose their sharpness, but it was even more sharp than this. They start turning oval. No me likey. No me likey at all. I'm getting them redone. But I was supposed to get them redone when I first got back from California. But I was in too much pain to sit and get them done. Because I have to take these off before I could put the new ones on. And you have to sit for an hour almost, like doing this and then them fixing it. It's over an hour. If I'm just getting a new set, it doesn't take that long. But to have them take these off, because these are Gel X. I don't do acrylics. And acrylics are more dangerous for you. They're bad for you. Abushrad? Abushrad? I tried. Hi, Manar. Thank you, Liza. I don't care for these ones. This is not what I wanted. I wasn't supposed to have this little thing. It was just supposed to be pink on every one of them. And these two were supposed to have it with a charm going down that had a moon, and a star. Like a delicate little chain with little dots, kind of like it was a real chain, you know? But she messed it up so bad that I was like, and she made them so thick, they didn't look like delicate little chains. You couldn't even see what it was. It just looked like clutter. And so I was like, maybe if she made the chains go across all the other fingers, those will look better. But then these were thin, and the ones on these two were thick. So it didn't look better. So I was like, can you just take these two off and do them like the other ones? And she said, yeah. And then I looked at them, I'm like, can we just go pink? And she's like, I don't have time for that. I didn't like it. Wasn't for me. But the next ones will be more me. And I was never a nail girly, ever. Ever, ever. Ever, ever, ever. Especially because I worked with furniture. Like, if you're painting and sanding and stuff, like, why would you have nails, right? But then I started YouTube, and people were like, ugh, your nails, grandma nails. And that's not why I got them, but it's because I finally stopped doing furniture. And I was like, well, maybe I can try nails now. And I started with really short nails, really short. And I liked them. And then I went a little longer, a little longer, and a little longer. These are longer than I want because they've grown out. So shorter than this. I want a lot shorter than this, but still long. I've been on live, well, I woke up at like 7 or 7:30, maybe even later. 7 something. But I'm usually on live all day long and all night. Hey, Chloe. Ooh. Tuna. Hi, Lucita. Hi, Akil. Give you fire. I have not acted in a movie. I did a commercial. Hello. Butch, is that Kara? Are you on Butch's account? Hi, Kara. I do my best to remember everybody. With 70,000 subscribers, that isn't easy, but I do my best. I'm from Vegas. Hi, Niamonte. How you doing? And a lot of my new subscribers come while I'm sleeping. They subscribe while I'm sleeping. So I don't know those ones. But I still have like thousands that I do know. Hi, Edits. Hi, Taught Edits. Wrong with my eyes? I have large brow bones. These things, which make me look sleepy because they go downward. Just the face I was given. See those things? That's a bone. Ow. That's not fat. That's not loose skin. That's a brow bone. It's like a built-in sun visor. Who needs a sun visor with brow bones like that? I could change it, but I don't want to because then I won't look like myself. Like, I could have them shaved down and take off the extra skin. Why would I? I would not look like me. Even when I got the nose done, I still looked like myself. You were just able to see my face more because the nose wasn't taking all the spotlight. But if you change your eyes, you don't look like yourself anymore. Like if you change the shape of them. So, that's it. Makes me look tired and sometimes sad. But I'm not. That better? Just kidding. Scary. Okay, I'll see you later, Kara. I'm gonna have braces later. Yee! On my bottom teeth. Only. That's right, Emily. Oh, thank you. I give Unk vibes? Okay. Hopefully a cool Unk, not a creepy one. Oh, nice, Leah. How exciting. Your teeth are going to feel all slippery when you take them off. They feel like so slippery, like feels abnormal. Even though you have had that feeling before, once you have like the braces on and then you go back to regular teeth, they just feel like slippery. Like, I don't want to say slimy, but like, why are they so soft? Like, and smooth? Because the braces are gone. Thank you. Is it Harris? Harris? Keep that to yourself. I just exist. I expect that from some people, but just keep it to yourself. Rashmi. I wouldn't say I'm famous. I did make it to Reddit. They said Reddit for weird things. They said there's a girl sleeping on YouTube. And then they removed it. They took it down. Maybe they watched my video of why I do it, or they came on and they talked to me and asked me why, and they were like, you know what, we're going to take this down. It's not that weird. The person who posted it took it down. I liked it. I was like, I'm famous. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was like, good, that's more traction for me. People are going to be like, who's doing what? You know? I don't care if they say it's weird. It is weird. It's weird for some. Some people get it, some people don't. It's okay. Doesn't break my heart. Doesn't hurt my feelings for them to say it's weird. I said it was weird the first few times. Sometimes I still feel it's weird. Because I didn't do it for 3 days, and then I went to do it again, I'm like, what am I doing? Sleeping on live stream. Like after 3 days without the camera, like I'm getting used to it again. Like I felt so exposed. But no, I'll be fine. If I end up at one point going, this isn't for me anymore, then guess what? I won't be doing it. Even if people like it. If I no longer like it, then it's not for me. Thank you, Rajmi. I am really suffering right now. I'm in a flare-up. I'm really hurting. But the channel's growing, and overall I'm better. Like my hip is better, but I just had injections, so I'm really sore. Like it's tough to get injections into the joints and or right on top of them, especially when they're inflamed. It's kind of like the difference of like popping a pimple that's not inflamed and a pimple that is. The ones that are hurt more, right? Like when you put something in an inflamed joint, like it hurts to the touch. Like just even like this much pressure, like this on my hip, that little touch hurts. So imagine a needle going in it. So I'm recovering. Thanks, Tuna. Thank you. Can I call you Ike? Hi, Stefania. Thank you, Nurcan. Digital hugs. Thank you, Alejandro. Thank you, Rashmi. Everybody got a hug. Thank you, Emily. It is miserable. You don't know what I'm going through, unknown. I have bone disease. I have a bone marrow disease as well. And I have a joint disease. And I have lupus. So, please don't say it's nothing. And I possibly have heart failure, and I do have seizures. I have hypertrophy, bulging discs, stenosis, scoliosis, deteriorating arthritis, bone spurs, bone marrow edema. Every single one of my joints is inflamed. Every one, knuckles included. I've had to have my knuckles opened and gutted, where they scrape out the inside of your knuckle. because my knuckles swelled so much when I was bartending and putting my hands in the ice that, like, you would think that people tell me to ice. Oh, it helps your joints. Not if you have arthritis. It makes your joints swell. They swelled up so much that the insides popped out on the outside. I had like these balls of the insides popped out on the outside under the skin. And then I couldn't close my hand for a year. I've had a lot of procedures. I'm like the opposite of a bionic woman, but I feel like one. You know what I mean? I can't run like that. I can't jump like that. I don't look like that. But I've been worked on all over like the bionic woman. Just to keep me going. Thank you, Ike. I really appreciate you. I am going to get better. Words have power. And I know I shouldn't say that I'm not going to get all the way better. So let me retract this. I'm going to get better. Even if it's 10%. Even if it's 20%. Even if it's 5%. That's better. I'm going to get better. How much better, I don't know. But I'm not going to stop trying. If I get 10% better, do you think I'm going to stop there? I've already gotten better. I've declined in other ways, but I used to have paralysis. I'm a lot better. I could walk. They told me, get a wheelchair. There's nothing we can do for you. And I said, then you're the wrong doctor for me. Another doctor told me it was in my head that I was paralyzed. Oh, it's psychological. Maybe you're depressed. What? It was my neck. I have a reverse curve of my neck that was pinching on the spinal cord. Like a pinched toes. So I wasn't getting enough signal. So like, it was intermittent paralysis, which means it kind of came and went, stronger and less. Sometimes I walked like someone who had MS. I got misdiagnosed with MS. Like, it was a partialish paralysis. But there were days I could not walk. Days I could not feel my legs. Days I couldn't feel my hands or my face. Went into my face. And I didn't sit down. I kept walking like that. Like, sorry to make fun of myself. I'm not making fun of anyone else with MS. And I'm not even making fun of myself. But, like, I was, like, walking like that. And people would say, just get a wheelchair. Why are you doing that to yourself? Get a wheelchair. Because they saw me struggling to walk. I mean, like, almost falling, like when I was walking, like throwing whatever worked in my leg to like throw the rest of my leg that wasn't working. And I said, no, if I sit down, I won't get back up. I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk again. Here I am. Dramatic? Life is dramatic. I'm just sharing what happened to me. I'm not dramatic. I can be dramatic, but right now I'm not being dramatic. I'm just telling you what really happened. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he feels better. Thank you, Alex. Hi, Sim Dog. Let's start the bath. Whoa. I need to get ready for this braces appointment. It's going to be loud. Plug your ears. Let's get something to eat. I'm gonna get a protein bar if I have any left. Is my daughter home? No, she stayed the night at her boyfriend's. These are the best protein bars. They have no unhealthy ingredients in them. The brand is Aloha, and they taste delicious, not chalky. I've tried a lot of protein bars, but most of them have a bunch of crap in them. They have protein, and some nutrition is better than no nutrition if you're starving. But these are good. Hi, Junior. Hi, Diamante. This is going to be very chewy, so I'm going to do my best. Thank you, your girl. Hi to you too, G-Lo. Hi, Ninja Bane. That's how I eat. And some of my meal planning. I'm going to start doing nutritional videos on the channel. I asked if anybody wanted to see ways to change some of your eating to healthier choices and what ingredients to look for and to avoid. And they said yes. Please, please, please. So we'll be doing that because I am certified in nutrition. So. Bye, Abel. I didn't realize how many people didn't know how to eat. You know? Like, they're pretty lost. And I'm not talking about taking away everything you like and eating things you don't. I'm talking about eating the things you like in a healthier way. And I don't mean horrible thick crust pizza. Maybe get thin crust and eat less of it. Small things like that, like if you are going to have pizza, if you don't want to have cauliflower crust and vegan cheese, if you want to enjoy it, do a thin crust and eat less. Have a salad first. And not with ranch. Thank you, wise guy. I have lashes, but the tips are blonde. Makes them look shorter. I have long lashes. They're just blonde. They go black, and then the tip is blonde. It's the strangest thing. And I don't need to do that for you. Who are you to me? Who are you? Make your dick grow up. Sorry, guys. That was rude. I meant like make it bigger. Who are you telling me to change something about my body and make my body grow? Thank you, Emily. Hi, Junior. Well, we have a difference in opinion. Nobody's ignoring it. There's a difference in ignoring things and not discussing them on a public channel. I don't discuss anything political on my channel, and I try to avoid negative topics. There's enough negativity in the world. There's enough news stations. You don't know what I'm doing off camera. What I do on camera is try to bring a bright spot to people that are bogged down by news. Hi, Nellie. I'm 47. Yes, I sleep on camera. Two things that I don't allow on my channel are because I don't want the division. I don't even want to say it because as soon as I say it, people are going to start putting it in the comments. But there's two things that really divide us, but are very beneficial for us to have for our own. Like, it's great to have your own beliefs. It's great to pick a side in religion, in politics. It's great. It's great to know what's going on. I don't know how great it is to be over immersed in it. Life is about balance. We're supposed to have joy. Otherwise, we wouldn't know how to laugh. We wouldn't have that in us. We wouldn't desire love. It wouldn't feel good when we get touched. Like, that would not feel good if we weren't supposed to have pleasure in our life as well. It can't be all miserable, you guys. Life is hard enough. The hardest part about sleeping on camera is that I occasionally wake up to check the views. Because this stream will be doing really well. I'll have like 2,000 people on there, 480 people on there, 700 people on there. But at some point, the streams die down. And it'll get to like 50, 60, 100. So I restart it. And then it's back up again. And that last 2 hours that I restart it might be my best one. Like one time I got 6,000 subs in 2 hours. Because I restarted it. So the hardest part for me was originally feeling weird about it. Like, oh my God, I'm exposed. What if I fart? So I muted the camera. I would mute the camera. Like, what if I snore? What if I fart? What if I talk in my sleep? Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. We don't want that water to overflow. Oh, what if I talk in my sleep? So this one time I was sleeping and boop, toot. I tooted and I look up at the camera and I'm like, oh, I forgot to mute. And I just laughed. I'm like, sorry guys, what can I do? You know, like, we all do it. After that, I started unmuting the camera because it happens so seldomly. I don't care anymore if it does. It's just a little bit of comedy relief. It's like, is she gonna toot today? Who cares? That used to be the most difficult thing. I was worried. Once I took the fear away and was like, could laugh at myself and let other people laugh with me. Yep. Some people think I'm going to be like, not answer them and be so shocked if they ask me, did you fart today? Yeah. Like, other women are like, oh. Like, they won't answer it. Yeah. They're like, girls don't fart. Do I want to sit here and be rude and do it on camera when I'm awake? No. You know? No. But when I'm sleeping, that was the hardest part at first. But now it's waking up to change the, like, and as I'm, like, trying to sleep and not wake myself up too much, changing it. Like, I used to try to write titles. I'd be like, Brooke is sleeping and enjoy the binary beat, and I'd fall asleep with it in my hand, like, and then I wake up 2 hours later and I'd try to finish and I'd like fall asleep again because I didn't want to wake myself up too much. I don't want to like stay awake for the rest of the night. So I stopped doing titles. I just click the monetization button and record. But I do. I wake up and I'm like, does that say 99? Is that 199 or is that 103 or 703? That's the hardest part. So it's not that difficult. Hi, Conan. I'm doing well. How are you? Oh, if I tell you guys my favorite kind of personal pizza, that's like, you guys are going to hate me. I like pineapple on my pizza. I told you. It's like discussing politics or religion. Pineapple. I know. I like pineapple. Because my dad would have us eating like Hawaiian pizzas. The ham and pineapple. But I don't eat pork anymore. So I just put the pineapple on it. I'm okay with other toppings. I like other toppings. But my favorite is a thin crust pineapple pizza. I don't like too much bread. I prefer the thin crust now. I think I've gotten used to it. Like before I liked thick crust. I did. Like, or regular crust, not thick, but like regular, where it's almost flimsy at the end and you have to, you know, not like freaking chew forever bread, you know, but like the right amount I liked, but now I like thin. You could taste more of the flavors of the pizza. Ha 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 ha, Kevin! It's a good one. Thank you for that. It wasn't a bad one, but it wasn't that good. It was good. It was a good one. I'll give you that, Kevin. It didn't make me laugh out loud for realsies, but it was a good one. You know, when people put some originality into their trolling or their humor, I can respect it. When people say, ew, your teeth, they're insulting my teeth, right? When someone says, you have the teeth of a hammerhead shark, they're insulting my teeth, but they're doing it with intelligence. They come up with a better thing than ew. You look like you've been chewing rocks. Like, that's funnier than ew. I mean, you've been chewing rocks for breakfast is pretty much copy-paste. People steal that one. But I only heard once, you have the teeth of a hammerhead shark. That's a good one. I give him credit. Originality. Ever, Hillbilly? How long have I been streaming ever? 5 months. Monetized for 4. And in those 5 months, I've done thousands and thousands of live streams. And my friend told me, tell me when you're a thousandaire. Like when you're making into the thousands. I told him yesterday. You told me to tell you. I won't tell you guys how much I'm making, but I think that's tacky. But I'm saying it not to brag, but to tell you guys you can do this. If a disabled, unsavvy with technology, older woman can do it, you can do it. You have to be willing to work, though. You have to film all the time if you want fast growth. Consistency is key. You disappear for a couple days, they'll find someone else. They'll find the next guy that they haven't met yet and be like, oh, I like this person. They start watching that person. They'll stay pretty loyal to you if you stay consistent. Like, I'm going to watch Brooke again. I'm going to watch Brooke again. I'm going to watch Brooke again. Not you again. Some of the haters. Not, oh God, why are you on my feed? Why are you always on my feed? Probably because you commented on my channel. Now YouTube thinks you like me. Instead, just push the button that says not interested. Then I won't be on your feed. Do people not know how YouTube works? Sometimes it feels that way. Hi, Serge. Hi, Edwin. Edwin, I will never forget you. Do you know why? Remember what I told you? The water's not running. I stopped it when I said, oh shit, and I went in there and I stopped it. Yeah, I won't forget you. I can never forget you. That makes it sound like Edwin and I had something special. We kind of do, in a way. So he has the same middle name as my boyfriend who passed away in a car accident. Edwin isn't like the most popular name. It's not like Edward. In fact, when I went to the cemetery to find my boyfriend's grave, they sent me to a James Edward instead of James Edwin. Which is pretty heartbreaking because I walked the whole way. It's a large cemetery. And I walked like miles to get to the cemetery. And I was when I got to the wrong one. The groundskeeper found me, took me to the right one. But yeah, I'll never forget you. Oh, thank you, Hillbilly. I'm going to go buy a $90,000 trailer home. An invisible one. I appreciate it. It's like Monopoly money. It's the thought that counts, guys. It's the thought that counts. You live in Hollywood, so that's why you're rich? Okay. Well, thank you for your generosity. I'm going to get in the bath now. I love you guys. I will film in about 5 minutes. I'm going to take a quick bath. 5 to 10 minutes. Love you guys. Bye.